I got a Dyson Airstrait. Yes, I did it. I spent 500 euros to buy this beautiful device. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna talk everything about Dyson Airstrait, and I'm also gonna show you how I use it. I was waiting for this moment for more than a year because Dyson Airstrait was released in USA already last year, but in Europe it only got released now, and I straight away signed up for a waiting line and I got it. So I assume the reason why it wasn't released earlier is because Europe has a bit different regulations in electricity sockets and safety, and that's basically, I think, the reason for this part of a device. So basically we have a device, we have a charger and a cord. So because Europe has a bit different regulations, they couldn't release it earlier and they had to create this new charger, which is quite bulky, and you have instructions of how to use it, and you always have to do the test and retest for your safety. But okay, let's talk about the device itself. It takes your wet hair from straight dry hair in one step. Come on, that's amazing, in one step. And only with air, which does not cause as much damage as the hot plates. And actually on the website of Dyson you can see that they claim that the device does not cause any damage when it's used from wet to dry hair, which I have to say, interesting, but I have tiny bit of suspicions. But okay, still it's gonna be less than your hot plate straightener, which is just sounds amazing. It means you're gonna save time on blowing out your hair as well as straightening it. The reason I got it is that my hair, as you can see, it is bleached and it's light and has a curl, or let's say it's something in between curly and wavy hair. So if I air dry my hair, it goes kind of crazy. So yes, I need to do something about it, or let's say I want to do something about that. And my hair is light and kind of thin and really lightweight, and that's why I think the Airstrait would be perfect for me, because I'm horrible in using a hair dryer and the brush. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I do not understand how can you have two hands and put your hair. It's just not for me, and I seriously do not like spend too much time on doing my hair, because it's just, I'm always hot, it's time consuming, and I never like how it look after all. So yeah, but let's see if it works. And in order to show you, obviously I need to wash my hair, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I washed my hair and I kept it in this small towel, because you don't need to have your hair soaked wet. So yeah, it's like just towel, wet hair. And I'll have a mirror here to see myself. I'm not gonna use at the moment any products. I'll just brush through my hair, and we need to divide it in pieces. As per usual hair blowouts, you need to divide your hair, and first I'll just divide in two and clip it easy peasy like this, and we're gonna divide it into also here. So actually you can see it's plenty of hair, and I'm gonna give you just a bit more brush. And now it's time for the Airstrait. It's, so you see it's open and I need to turn it on. When you turn it on, it does this very quick cleaning thing, and then we need to choose what we're gonna do. So it's wet, and we're gonna go for highest degrees possible, and we're gonna go for high. Okay, all ready. And what you do, it's very simple and easy. You just take some hair, put it, and that's the first That's for the first go. And the cool thing is once you put it a bit down, it does a wonderful thing of actually, come on, switching it off. Very cool. And in general, I found that Dyson is not that loud as your usual hairdryer. But let's continue. Let's take the second round. Right? You see, and I think I'm taking quite a big piece. And that's why actually I did a mistake. Some of the hair came out from here, so you need to pay attention for this. But let's try the third one. Voila! Look, it is straight. Straight. I mean, it's not iron straight. You do have a bit of volume, and I do have a frizz. But I think it does pretty good job. Anyway, I think like you're not supposed to take so much hair. I think trying to keep it smaller would be more beneficial, obviously. But I'm sorry, I'm just I'm just a bit lazy, and I'm usually in a rush, so I'm gonna go for this. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool, right? One thing to note, and actually that's what Dyson says, you should first dry your roots, and how you do it, you put it together so the sun comes from here, and then dry it. And obviously right now I did a mistake. They first tell you to dry the roots and then to straighten your hair. But I still have a second part of my hair, right? So we will try it again. And I'll take this bit smaller part, so we will follow the instructions. First I'll dry my roots. Okay. And then I'm gonna straighten once. Okay, that's the second round. I already see quite straight, right? And now the third one. Like, it is straight. It has a bit of fuzz, but it is straight. And it's really easy and fast to use. I'm loving it. One thing I have to say, I do like this 19s blowout with a curl. You cannot get it in here. This is to have a straight, sleek, but with some volume hair. So yeah, it can do everything. But okay, and I'll finish up. I'm gonna speed this part up, and I'm gonna finish my hair. Okay, so that's one part is done. I have to say it's a bit damp, but I'm totally fine with this because it's not that much is gonna dry as well, and it's already straight. And I mean, come on, it's the back. Let's get this part of the hair out. Gonna put this one back. Yes, and I have some fringe situation here, some curtain bangs, and we're gonna also leave them for a moment. Just up, and I put it on the side so it's not on my way. Right, so that's the part we're gonna work with now. And I'm also gonna brush it. Let's go. Like crazy. Look at that. it is straight. I mean, you can make it more perfect, obviously, just continuing taking the parts you don't like. But I mean, look at this. That's straight. You can make a bit of the curl around the face. Yeah, but it's... Well, you can get tiny bit, you see here, which I kind of like, but because the wind is going from this side, not here, obviously you can't really get the curl which you do with the usual straightener. That's just not done for this. Okay, so I'm done with this part, and now I actually would like to do my front part, so my curtain bangs. We need to get this also out. I don't mind if it's a bit longer parts. Here it's fine. So here's my bangs and brush it and the same. First a bit on the lip, and then we're gonna go slide it once. I mean, look at that. And basically it's already straight and dry, but I would like to have it first time because I do take plenty of hair. You should take less, I think, but I'm just, yeah, just gonna roll with this. How crazy is that? Like, jeez, and you have nice straight hair. Love it. I just love it. I think it looks so good. But yeah, I still have a other part, so I'm just gonna put this one here, my clip, and let's finish it up with this part. And basically my head is done. I'm loving how my fringe turned out today, because it's my second time actually doing trying the tool, and the first time it was a bit too flat, and now I actually loving it. Feels so light. I have to say, yeah, this is maybe still a bit damp, but yeah, this is the hair with Dyson Airstrait from wet to dry, and obviously you can also use, we're gonna try it now, the dry option. And for example, let's say we don't like that's a bit puffy part, right? Can benefit from a bit more work. And you can also adjust the setting, and here you have boost, and let's go for boost. Basically you do the same. And straight. So even if you, that's so cool. So during today, or maybe the second day, if for example your second day hair you don't like how it looks, you can always polish it quickly with the dry settings. So I think this is pretty cool. So some things I noticed. First of all, as you can see, you're not getting the hot iron straight hair look, but that's obvious because you do it with hair, right? So, but this way you also get a bit more volume. I love it. And I do suffer from a hair freeze, and this is one of my pains. So, but you can always solve it also with some oil, especially for bleached hair. For damaged hair, oil is anyway a nice tool to use. So I'm just gonna take 2 pumps of the Nuxe oil for everything, and just kind of gonna go a bit through my hair to first, well, get a bit less frizz and keep it also hydrated, and also it smells so great. So yeah, that's there. Let me talk about what I noticed. First of all, let me actually switch it off. So first of all, for whom I have, as I said, curly wavy hair, which if it dries air, like if I air dry my hair, it goes like, but it's not too curly, so I don't really have much curl near my roots. That's why the root situation does not bother me. What I mean by root situation, so basically, as I said, you're supposed to dry your roots first in this mode, and then you start straightening your hair. But what happens if you have a curly hair? That section will be curly, right? It's because after all, when you put it on your hair, you have a space from here to here, which is actually not getting much action. I was trying to put it another way around, yeah, but then the air goes another way, and you actually want your hair only go from top to the bottom, right? Yeah, but what I noticed, a good thing, really good thing, I usually use the brush, like round brush dryer. Let me show you. So this is my usual tool I go for, and this is very simple and quite cheap tool, and you have basically this changeable heads. But what it does, the thing is that the air blows from here, from all the sides. So when I do that, right, I think it's great to have this, to have this 19s blow out and have some volume on your roots and have a curl, like a big curl, but it flows everywhere. So actually, when I'm doing a bigger pieces, it happens to be that the hair, which is already dry, goes all around because the air blows everywhere. Here, the air goes only from these directions, which allows you to get much less frizz. And for me, this is a deal breaker because my hair is very soft and light, and it's bleached, right? So it's also kind of damaged. And once you try to put the air, the frizz, it just goes around, while here this is much less. And another thing, when I use this brush, afterwards I have so much hair here because I also need to pull it a bit, right? With this, my hair barely gets out. I mean, that's such a crazy difference. And the fact that this is anyway gets hot, so actually I don't have any problem with holding my hair here. It's not hurting me at all, even though, come on, 140 Celsius degrees is quite hot, right? So I obviously have some questions regarding how not damaging Dyson claims it is, but still it's the air. You do not apply the hot place, which is more than 200 degrees, straight away to your hair. So of course the damage is anyway less. But I wouldn't say, of course, that it's no damage. But come on, the blowing out your hair is also damaging, right? So yeah, but for whom? So I think for people basically like me, who has, that's why I was waiting for this for so long, who has either straight hair but want to have it perfectly straight, or have a frizz and curls. But not the curls which like going crazy curls, because I don't think you're gonna, it's not gonna be that easy either. And for people who don't know how to have their hair, because I'm sorry, I have to use that because this way I can put my hair on the brush and control that. I don't really use the hair dryer because here is the dryer, here is the brush, and well, let's just, yeah, like imagine here is the dryer, here is the brush, and how I'm supposed to put my hair. So I'm always end up to have a nightmare in my head, and it takes forever. Here I think it's much quicker. After all, for me, I still, after I'm doing my hair, I'm still working most of the time remotely, so I'm not gonna do and go outside straight away. And this a bit tiny bit damper parts of my hair gonna dry quite fast. So I think that's great. And like your hair is prepped in like 15 minutes and you can do whatever you want. You can make a beautiful ponytail, you can just let it, you can now use your air wrap or curling iron to have, if you want to have like a curl or something, right? It's basically your hair is ready to do whatever you want if you want to do something more. Does it worth it? It depends on your routine. If you're a person who can and know how to blow out your hair quickly, and then I don't think you need this. You will benefit more from more powerful blow dryer, right? Blow dryer, hair dryer, or like, yeah, I do like my 19th look. So next thing I will try to use my Airstrait and actually put rollers in here so you get some volume. It means that you anyway need to do 2 steps, but I also think like if you're in a hurry, you don't need to do that, right? You can just have it straight easily. While if I would be in a hurry and only with this brush, I would probably not gonna do anything just because I don't have time and energy for this. While for Airstrait, I might have. I still think that 500 euros is extremely expensive, and one thing which I don't really like is that that charger is huge. The tool itself is not that heavy, but together I think it would be about 2 kilograms. I think a bit less because on the box it says a kilo and 800 grams, so probably a bit less, but still that's something to carry around. Something you have to consider while, for example, yes, this is basically more or less same size, right? But this is very light and I can obviously do it like this. Yeah, so there is some pros and cons. Because of the price, I'm a bit like wanted to make sure that if I leave it and if I'm not returning that, I use it and it does improve my life. At the moment, I'm still testing, so let's see. It's technically my second impression because I did my first impression in my vlog with unboxing, if you want to see that, and this was my genuine first impression. And basically yeah, after that I was checking a bit on the tutorials, I was checking a bit on the website and the techniques, what other people think, and basically I haven't heard anyone saying regarding the pulling of the hair, which I think for me is really important because especially when you bleach your hair, I do not want to have hair loss, so I care about that, and that's why I think this tool also might improve the state of your hair. And yeah, at the same time, I don't always like this sleek iron hot iron straightener because it gives me too sleek of a look, so it's like that and you don't have an appearance that you actually have plenty of hair. I do, but it's so light that if I put it like squeeze all together, it feels like I don't really have hair. And I love the feel how the hair feels. Actually, it's smooth, so smooth and nice and light, and I keep playing around with it. But yeah, so let me know, what do you think? Would you buy it? Are you considering buying it? And yeah, ask me anything. I would love to make any tutorials or how to, or maybe try out and so on. So yeah, let me know, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm gonna create more content related to beauty, fashion, hair, tools and all that stuff because that's what I love. Bye!